Today I'm going to be making a video that I made a long time ago, over 2 years ago, and that's how to make French toast. Back then I was a rookie at this. I had my French toast white belt, but now I have my French toast black belt. So I'm ready to show you guys exactly how I make the breakfast that I've eaten every day for 2 years. And that's because it's such a healthy breakfast, for one. And number two, it's so easy to make. And I have 2 different types of breads here, and I'm gonna tell you why I have that. Depending on what my day brings is the reason why I choose different types of bread. So this is Ezekiel bread. Ezekiel bread is a very complex carb. It's very hard on the system. There's a lot of fiber in it, and it just takes your body a long time to process. That's really good because your insulin levels don't go up, your blood sugar doesn't spike, so you have sustained energy. On the other hand, there's this simple wheat bread, and I like to have this because it's super easy for your body to digest. It's kind of like white rice, as in your body can absorb it super easily. It doesn't put a lot of stress on the digestive system. So if I'm going straight to the gym after my breakfast, I go with this bread, all right? Or I'll do a combo. I'll do one of these and one of these. And if I'm not going to the gym in the morning, if I'm just having this breakfast, then I'll either do one of these and one of these, or I'll just do 2 Ezekiel breads. I would suggest getting Ezekiel bread, getting the white bread, and seeing how your body responds to it. You ever go to the gym and you had a healthy breakfast, but you just feel bloated, you feel sluggish, your body's trying to digest all this food, it's hard to get a pump? That's because you don't want a bunch of complex carbs in your system right before you work out. Throughout the day, it's good to have some complex carbs, but before you work out, it's good to have more of a simpler carb, a easier digestible carb right before you work out. So these are the ingredients, guys. I just got the Ezekiel bread. I got a simple wheat bread here, cinnamon. So I ran out of the cinnamon powder here. So basically right now I just take these and break them up and pour it on. Now cinnamon isn't just because it's gonna enhance the flavor of your French toast. Cinnamon actually lowers the glycemic index of foods. Therefore, even though you have this simple wheat bread, you put some cinnamon on there and it lowers it so your blood sugar doesn't spike as much as it would have if you didn't put the cinnamon on there. So it's not just for taste, it's just a coincidence that cinnamon tastes extremely good on French toast. And then I have these egg beaters here. Now these are 99% egg whites, 1% of some other things that make the consistency a little bit more fluffy, kind of like if you were to take whole eggs and scramble them up. So I really like this product because it has pretty much the same macronutrients as egg whites, and it just tastes a lot better with these, and it's going to make you feel a bit more fuller because it has xanthan gum in it. It's a volumizer, so that's probably the reason why they're a little bit more fluffier. And you can use regular egg whites, that's perfectly fine, but if you want the best French toast you can make, I like the egg beaters. So let's get into it, guys. So if you're making the French toast with the Ezekiel bread, you can't just take the egg beaters and pour it on there. You want to microwave the Ezekiel bread for a little bit. It's gonna help with the absorption of it. If your Ezekiel bread is frozen, put it in the microwave for 40 seconds. And if it's not, put it in there for 20 seconds. As you can see here, my bread is kind of stiff and it's like half frozen. So I'm gonna put it in there for 40 seconds. And now the bread is super soft and ready for me to put on the egg beaters. So for 2 slices, I like to do either a cup of egg whites or a cup and a half. I'm gonna do just a cup today. So I got the 1 Ezekiel bread there, pour in the rest of the egg beaters, and then I'm gonna throw in one of these pieces of wheat bread. So you'll know, guys, if you just kind of feel sluggish and your body's having a tough time processing this Ezekiel bread, just try doing it with the wheat bread. You have to do some experimenting to see what works for your body because we all process foods a little bit differently. So I'm just gonna mix this around a little bit, flip these over, make sure that the egg is everywhere. So you don't want to throw the French toast in on a cold pan. You want the pan to be hot. So you should hear a little bit of sizzling, but not too much. Because if you do it in a cold pan, it's gonna stick a lot more. And notice how I haven't put in the cinnamon yet. So now is when I put on my cinnamon. So I'll just put on cinnamon on each side here. And I don't like to put it in there, which I did in my other video, because then your egg whites, they taste kind of weird. And another thing too is I like to use coconut oil onto the pan. So I just have the coconut oil spray, not only because it's a healthy fat, but also because if you use olive oil and eggs, in my opinion, don't really mix well. So I hate that taste that you get if you make, scrambled eggs or omelets with an olive oil base. So I like to use a tropical oil like coconut oil. So after a few minutes, it'll be ready to flip. So let's see if I can flip this thing without my spatula. Not too shabby. So the French toast is done, boom, and then I just cook the remaining egg whites here. So don't waste them. And also I wanted to say, don't get the whole eggs. They sell whole eggs like this. That would be a huge mistake because whole eggs have a totally different macronutrient profile than egg whites. So there you have it, guys. This is how I make my French toast. And then I just cook the excess. So I got a little bit of some scrambled eggs here. And this is my favorite syrup to use. This is the Walden Farm syrup, best tasting 0-calorie syrup that I think is available. And there's other syrups out there. You'll see sugar-free, but a lot of them will have like 15 calories, 20 calories. This one has 0. Simply the best in my opinion. Kind of expensive. These things run around $3 or $4 per kind of small bottle here, but it's definitely worth it. Another topping that I put on is peanut butter. Now peanut butter, that's gonna help slow digestion as well, which can be a good thing. And I found that it actually doesn't upset my stomach or anything if I have this right before I work out. But just be careful, guys. Peanut butter is super calorically dense, so a little bit goes a long way. So make sure you track those calories, track those macros if you're having peanut butter with this meal, unless you're, of course, like a hard gainer or something like that. And peanut butter, guys, should only have 2 ingredients. 1 ingredient maybe, but this one has 2. All right, peanuts and salt. Skip past all the ones that say natural and this and that, and this one's healthy. They'll say like healthy in bold letters. Just go to the peanut butter, look at the ingredients, and if it says peanuts and salt, then you're good. That's the only ingredients in the peanut butter. That's what peanut butter should be, and that's what I use. So I'll be putting a tablespoon of this on some Walden Farms. Let's see how it tastes. So good, guys. Good every time. You guys might start off as, you know, white belts, blue belts, purple belts, but eventually you'll reach the black belt status where you can have French toast just like this. But guys, thanks for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel. There's gonna be a lot of fitness stuff on this video. I do Jeep stuff, videos on my dog, just a whole bunch of random content. So if you guys like this video, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.